Hello, all. It's been such a long time. I apologize for the unexpected hiatus, but here is an episode finally. It felt so nostalgic doing this again after the break I took, but I needed it. So many stuff have happened all at once. I found another side activity that I thoroughly enjoy. As much as I'm a writer and an artist, I also enjoy reading so much and I've joined a scan team. If you're a fan of reading manhwas, I'll link the stories that my team are currently working on in the description box down below. For those who have been worried about my well being, thank you so much for your concern. I will be completely honest. Something major did happen to me in the past month, and it involves matters of the heart. I broke up with my long term boyfriend, who I have been together with for 9 years. But let's not talk about the chapters that I have already closed. Let's cheer for the new episode and for more episodes to come. So cross your fingers. Here is episode 1. I hope all of you enjoy.
Haikyuu Text Stories, Sakusa XYN, Episode 5.
You stare at the closed gym door in embarrassment. Ah, I'm too early. It was your first day as the official manager of Itachiyama Boys Volleyball Club. You couldn't sleep well last night because you were too giddy with both excitement and nervousness. Should I just wait here? You press on the door and notice that it wasn't locked. Oh, is someone here already? You slowly slide the door open and your heart instantly speed up upon seeing the person in the middle of the court.
언제쯤이면 난 맘을 알까 밤새워 고민해도 도무지 네 맘 알 수가 없어 아무리 생각해도 그걸 왜 몰라 여지도 없이 정말 모르는 거니.
Your face turns beet red when you realize your mouth was hanging open while you were staring at him. I'm sorry. Did I disturb you? You're early. I didn't want to be late on my first day. You're early too. You waited for Sakusa to say something but he just continued to stare at you. His expression was blank but there was something in his eyes that made you suddenly feel self-conscious. You try and avert your eyes and you notice his shirt collar. Your collar, it's rumpled. Sakusa raises his hand and pats the back of his collar but he misses the creased part. Wait, let me help you. You hurry forward towards him. He seemed to hesitate for a brief second before turning to his back so that his collar was faced towards you. You were tall yourself but you had to tiptoe a bit so that the collar would be in your eye level. You place a hand on his shoulder as leverage. You feel him flinch the moment your hand touched his shoulder. Sorry, you're quite tall. Okay, here, wah. Sakusa bends down and with a sudden movement, you lose your balance and your face plunges forward on his neck.
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻れなくたって忘れないででも気持ちを伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れる街角
You subconsciously raise your hand on your nose that slightly stung because of the impact from your fall. Sakusa blinks as if just realizing what happened and he immediately jerks away from you. That made you frown. I'm sorry, you suddenly crouched down so I lost my balance. Sakusa nods and his face had visibly gone pink and he looked like he just ate something very sour as he rubbed the back of his nape. That makes you frown even more. Does he hate it? Omi, Yn-chan. You both turn to see the captain enter the gym. Captain. Tsukasa-senpai. Good morning. Good thing you came early today, Yn-chan. I need to go over some stuff with you before morning practice. I'll go ahead first. Sakusa bows at the two of you before turning to leave, and you couldn't help but notice that he was obviously avoiding eye contact with you. Tsukasa notices the frown on your face. Don't mind Omi too much. He's hard to deal with at first since he's pretty blunt and aloof, but he's polite. Once you get the hang of his attitude, he's a pretty okay guy. Also, he comes early from time to time so he can play a bit before everyone arrives. He hates it when it gets crowded. You give him a small smile. Anyway, here's the thing you requested last time. Tsukasa pulls out a thin notebook from his bag and hands it to you. You flip it open and give the notes a quick run through. It was a list of stats of the current members, including their likes and dislikes. This is very helpful, thanks. No worries, I'm glad to help. You're very thorough. We had this in Shiratorizawa before. A player's likes and dislikes can make or break his play. Are there other stuff I should know about the members in general? Tsukasa's eyebrows hunches together as he goes into deep thought. Ikijiri likes to play pranks on people from time to time, so don't believe everything he says. What else? Oh, Omi's a germaphobe, so don't get offended if he doesn't give you a high five. Your eyes widen. Sakusa is a what? A germaphobe. He hates germs and he's a clean freak. So he hates getting in physical contact with people? Yeah, so don't take it to heart if he keeps his distance. Your mouth hangs wide open as you try and process that information. You recall the incident earlier and all the pieces started fitting together. The way he flinched when you touched his shoulder and the way his face contorted when your face plunged on his nape. How could you make such a huge mistake on your first day? Is everything all right? You quickly shake your head. It was better to keep it from the captain for now. It's fine. Anything else I need to know? Oh, the school forms. You listen to the captain as he gives you a list of the different school forms that you'll need to fill out, and you tried your best to concentrate, but your mind was already in disarray. Sakusa Kiyomi was a germaphobe. As soon as you enter your bedroom, you immediately lay flat on the bed. You let out a deep sigh as you stare blankly at the ceiling above you. After a few minutes, you straighten up and walk over to your study table. You open your laptop and immediately hit up your web browser. Germophobia. It's a term used by psychologists to describe a pathological fear of germs, bacteria, microbes, contamination, and infection. The more stuff you read about it, the more restless you became. A gazillion of questions ran through your mind. Since when did it start and how long has he been suffering from it? You were sure he didn't have it when you were still kids. You even remember sharing an ice pop with him and he didn't mind. What happened to him that made him like this? Was it really true? If so, how was he coping? You let out another sigh and you glance at the box at the bottom of your bed. I brought them with me here in Tokyo just in case. You walk to your bed and pull out the box hidden underneath it. You open it and shyly pick out a random CD from the pile. The CDs were video recordings of when Omi-kun and Toya-kun were still in Dosho Middle School. You played one CD and another, and another. It was a few minutes past 1 a.m. when you finally decided to close your laptop and lay down in bed. You close your tired eyes, but your mind was still reeling from the one thing that you noticed in all of Omi-kun's games. He really never high-fived anyone.
오늘도 슬쩍슬쩍 바라만 보고 있네. 벌써 몇 번째인지 몰라.
A few days later. Good job everyone. Man, blocking Omi's spins are really hard. You should try bumping them up. It's harder. I think Komori's the only one here who successfully bumped up a spike from him. He's the only one in line. You were busy browsing through the score sheet and you didn't notice that you had said that thought out loud. It's only when you look up that you notice them all looking at you. You instantly feel a blush creep on your cheeks. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Can you tell us more? Komori and the rest of the members seemed really interested with what you said that you feel a bit embarrassed. I just noticed that when you're on court the members back away from Sakusa's line of shot except you. And it's not just with Sakusa-kun, it also happens when Ikijiri-kun is at the opposite side of the court. In other words, we're subconsciously relying too much on Komori. Wow, that's a pretty good observation, YN-chan. He's right, we didn't even realize that. You blush at the unexpected compliment. You turn to Komori and see him gaping at you. That's creepily amazing. I always wondered why Shiratorizawa seemed to figure us out so well during our matches in middle school. Turns out it was you, huh? Ahaha. Komori suddenly leans closer to you and stares at you with furrowed brows. You do seem familiar, but I don't really remember you during our matches before. I looked really different way back in middle school. But Omi recognized you. That makes you frown too. He surprisingly did. Your gaze turns towards Sakusa, who was busy removing the volleyball net from the pole. Enough of that, anyone wants to grab dim sum on our way home? I'm in. Me too. Komori turns to Sakusa. Omi, you go home first, we're grabbing dim sum. Sakusa just nods and the odd conversation makes your brows furrow. Is he allergic to dim sum? No. Sakusa doesn't eat out, so we don't invite him. Your eyes widen. Is it because of his condition? Condition? You let out a heavy sigh and look back again worriedly at Sakusa's direction. Was his germophobia that bad that he doesn't even eat outside? Are you coming, YN-chan? No. I need to go home early to help my older sister with some stuff. Well, next time then. You pretend to clean up stuff in the gym until the rest of the members leave except for Sakusa, who was still checking each of the ball's air pressures. The two of you work quietly when Sakusa finally decides to break the silence. Thought you had to help your sister with some stuff. Your cheeks turn pink. I don't like dim sum. The silence returns and after a few moments Sakusa speaks again. Is that true? You sigh. No. If you feel bad that I wasn't invited to dim sum, don't be. I don't like dim sum and that isn't a lie. You look at him worriedly again. And stop looking at me like that. You blink in surprise. Like what? Like I've contracted some incurable disease and my days are numbered. You turn pink again. You didn't realize you were openly looking at him like that. I just wanted to apologize for what happened a few days before. I casually touched you without knowing that you didn't like it and that you had germophobia. Sakusa looks at you in surprise. Chukasa senpai told me about your condition. And I read some stuff about it. And if there's anything I could help with it, being the club manager and all. Help with my condition, which is germophobia? Yes. You stop as you watch Sakusa drop the ball he was checking and place it back into the pile. He slowly walks towards you till he was standing just a few inches in front of you. You step back without a thought, but he just took a step forward towards you again. You look at him curiously. I didn't hate it. Huh? I didn't hate you touching me. Oh. Well, that's a relief then. If there's anything I could help you with. Much to your surprise, Sakusa suddenly grabs hold of your hand. Then help me with this. What? This. Help me with touch practice. Tune in for the next episode.
If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment or subscribe and hit that notification button to not miss on my uploads. Thanks.
Good morning. Good thing you came early today, YN-chan. I need to go over some stuff with you before morning practice. I'll go ahead first. Sakusa rushed inside the locker room, avoiding YN-chan's gaze as much as possible. Once he was finally inside, he slumps forward. She kissed my neck. At the dim sum restaurant. Man, these are delicious. YN should have come, can't believe she missed out on these. Speaking of YN-chan, do you guys know what condition she meant earlier? Oh, I warned her that Omi's a germaphobe. Komori frowns. I think she might have gotten the wrong idea though. Omi's not clinically diagnosed as one. And it's not that he can't come with us because of his condition, he just doesn't like to. He's still a clean freak though, not that much of a difference.